So here's a brake plate. It's all sandblasted. It's ideal for painting now. And I'm just going to rattle can black it. Probably put some undercoat on first. I've done one shoe compared to that shoe there. Cleans up nice. Word of warning, there could be asbestos in here, so wear a mask. And somewhere on here I noticed there were some numbers. Where were they? Not these numbers. There were some smaller ones around here. Oh, I can't see them now. Somewhere on the end here. Focus. It says 11/6/74, which I presume is when these were made. So they're not the original brake shoes, which is not surprising. They are like in excellent condition. Anyway, back to get on with the work. I'm going to rattle can straighten this. While that dries, I can be cleaning up the rest of my bits. I already cleaned up the cam and just cleaned out the old grease from the lubricating in there. So that's done. Got a rest to do. Okay. Okay, next stage is I have this all sprayed up, and I'm very happy with the way that came out. Rattle can black. Just started to look at reassembling the brake shoes. So they slide on to here, and I put, I just slip this one off. I put copper slip around these because they didn't move very far. And the next shoe goes on as well. You can see they're all very nice, they move nice and free. Next thing to fit is these springs. Now I'm not going to be able to do this, I don't think. And there's one. Certainly the next stage I can't do, because I've got to put in the cam here and do it up. So I'll be putting copper slip around the brake cam. Copper slip I use, where is it? Here it is. I've been using this a long time. I use a Loctite. And copper slip, anti-seize, whatever you like to call it. It's excellent for parts that slide and don't really move very far. It's a great lubricant and anti-seize. Makes it so much easier. You can take things apart again as well. Next thing I've done is I have polished the rims. I've cleaned the brake drum. I used a wire brush on an electric drill to get in here to do that. Came out quite well. The drum is a bit pitted, but it's nothing serious. That's okay. What else? Oh, a little story to share, I guess. Back in the day, I guess it'd be back in the 1970s when I was just a mere teenager, and a gang of us with our motorbikes do a lot of repair work, our own repair work, because we couldn't afford it. If he's got too bad, we used to wrap emery cloth around the drum and just pinch it in here. And reassemble it, drive down the road with a foot brake. On this one, I guess the foot brake will be for the real one. It's just with a little bit of pressure, go down the road, and we clean up the inside of here with the emery cloth on the go. Don't do that anymore. Anyway, that's it for now. That's just a quick update. Next stage is to reassemble the brake shoes up. I'm going to do that now. Get the springs in. That's a two-handed job. Actually, it's more like a four-handed job to do that. And I'll see where we go from there. Oh, I did show on the last video, I did polish up this as well. That'll be reinstalled. Okay, all for now. Just a quick update where I am. This is the plate of the hub. And there's inside the hub. Just a little bit dusty and clean that out. I started to wire brush this a little bit so it's going to come up like it's not too bad. But back to this piece here. Quite pleased how this has come out. There was quite a big dent here. What I've done is I've used some 400 grit wet and dry with, well, I use this. I didn't use WD-40, but it's the same kind of stuff. And just cleaned it all up. And I can see where the high and low points are, and I gently banged it out, with little dings out with my hammer. And it's looking good. Next stage is to polish this. And I have a little buffing, homemade buffing machine with a mop on it. I will polish this up and see where we're at from there. That's the next stage. I guess a quick update is all these parts are now being cleaned, and these as well. So I have some more nut and a washer in there. A coil is not part of the apparatus. That was a teaching aid. I teach engine work at the local college. That's one of my teaching aids. Anyway, where we are right now. So I'm going to polish this up and I'll get back to you when this is polished. So now I got the shiny bit all nice and shiny. You can actually see my reflection in it. Still some minor scratches in here, but that's okay. I'm happy that wherever the dent was, I think it was over here, that is got a deep scratch in it, which I can't do nothing about. But again, that's okay too. It's looking good. I'm very happy the way this is polished up. And it will go on there when it's finished. That's all for today. I'll get back to you tomorrow morning, or actually tomorrow afternoon, when I do some more of this. Okay, look forward to seeing the rest of this done. Here we have the assembled brake shoe assembly, brake hub. Lever is on. I took a picture of this before I took this off, so I knew which way to orientate it. And on the other side, you see it's all assembled up. This actually went on a lot easier than the front hub. Lock tabs are knocked over. It's all clean. It's looking really good. Happy with that so far. All right, next stage is do a bit more reassembly here. So here is the assembled unit. Doesn't look too bad. And the other side. Nice and clean and polished. Ready to be installed on the bike. I may not do that today. I want to do a little bit more cleaning just inside here before I do that. A little bit of degreasing here and there, that's all. So, nearly there. Next video will be assembled on the bike. I just want to show you, when I got it out, my polishing hub. Polishing buffing wheel. It's homemade. I actually bought most of this from a garage sale for about $5 years ago. But I put new mops on here. One for coarse, one for final buffing. This works on a switch. And it works great. I've used it a lot. I actually just used it to polish the little brass tip on the speedometer drive, and I gave this a good degrease as well, and a wire brushing. It's greasy inside, which it should be, and its grease is going to stay inside. But it was a little bit caked on the outside, so that's going to go on as well. Focus, there we go. Anyway, back to the bike. It's there. Next shot will be with it assembled. Thank you.